How are you, Fitz?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to Encouraging Tech Talks with Agnes. And yeah, how are you feeling for being here and what are you expecting?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not
Mhm.
someone that's always in front of the camera. I'm used to being behind it, so
Okay.
I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm
Nah.
really looking forward to it.
Nah. No, I'm glad to have you here and thank you for allowing for me to host you. I appreciate it a lot and I can't wait also to learn from you and yeah, be filled with your wisdom, man. You know, people that I choose here, I don't just choose.
I'm honored.
I don't just choose, and you know, I pray. Actually, I do pray for my guests before Wabona, and yeah, the Holy Spirit actually did lead me to you. You know, with all the guests that I had,
Wow.
it's prayer before. Then something will just come to my mind. No, interview that one. He has something to say about success. You understand, to the youths, young people. So I look forward to hear from you and what you have for us. You know, today. So yeah, guys, welcome to Encouraging Talks with Agnes. We are on episode 3 and we are still continuing on on the same topic. What is your success story? Today I'm sitting with my special colleague here, Thabo Lekgoathi. And Thabo Lekgoathi, do you have another name?
Yes, and a lot of people like using it nowadays.
Oh.
My other name is Lisiba.
Lisiva.
Yes.
I think I've heard of it, kancane. Lisiva, okay, Thabo, Lisiva, Lekgoathi. Yes, and I know him from Sepakomagate Health Sciences University. We are in the same field of biochemistry, but he's a bit forward than me. Yeah, well, so he's my brother, and yeah, he's a very I don't want to say lovely, guy. It sounds wrong, but he's a very good person. Let me just say he's a very beautiful soul. From knowing him, Jegangani, I don't know much about him, but what I know about him, like, it's just a beautiful soul, you know. He's a God-fearing man. I don't know. I think he hides it sometimes. I don't know. But to me, he doesn't, and I love that. To me, Dawood doesn't hide. But if he is Lord and he knows God. So that's what I enjoy about it, you know. So, yeah. Okay, let me introduce you to Thabo a little bit, especially on his success, what he has achieved, his bio. Thabo Lekgoathi, he is a biochemist with bachelor's degree in life sciences, an honors degree in biochemistry, and we passing a cum laude. Clock it. Yes. Master's degree in biochemistry, cum laude also. And
We
if
try.
you're not. And he's a PhD candidate in biochemistry. That's the last level.
Yes.
Yes.
Top floor.
You're not scared of studying.
You know, there's a colleague of mine, and there's a famous saying that he likes to say, right? Uchi, anything below a PhD is a dropout. I think I took that personally.
Is it?
I took it personally.
Love that. It is. And I'm getting there. Hey, but now I'm not sure, honestly. Would say I'm gonna do PhD or what. So additionally, out of academics, you are a freelancer photographer. And you've been doing it, I think, for quite some time.
Yes, that's correct.
And you're involved in charity work. You see, that's a good soul right there. Involved in charity work with an unregistered NGO, which is called Offspring of Society. It helps the less fortunate.
Yes.
And you also, this one, note it down, guys. We're going to talk about this and we are going to dwell in this a bit. He discovered a patent medicine for respiratory disease. Respiratory. You know, I was not sure, you know. So I did my research. Do you see that?
Nah. Spot on. Spot on.
Because I didn't know that you passed it cum laude or as if I think I
Really?
knew with masters only. With when I did my research, when I was doing my research, I noticed that I even honest. I was like, this Mfethumus is smart. I was like, Thabo is smart, guys.
No, we're trying.
No, you're smart, and I'm happy for your achievement. Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud
Thank
of you, and I'm blessed to know you, I guess, because we're gonna learn a lot. You know, when they say indlela ibuzwa kwabadala. Mina ngithi okay, indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili, you know. So you are in front of me and we're in the same field. I'm sure that I can learn a lot from you, you know. Freelance, also photographer. You're gonna help me a lot also, you know, with this podcast and other things I believe.
Anytime, yes.
Okay. So Thabo, I have a few quiz questions for us to just, you know, calm down, relax a bit. And the first quiz question is, if your mood today was food, what would it be?
Oh, if my mood today was food,
Mm.
I'd say it's pie, you know.
Okay.
I'd say it's pie. I think the same way you have all these things, you have your chips, your bread, your cheese, your Russian. Yeah, I'm filled with so much today. You know, it's not just one
Combined.
mood. Yeah, all combined. Excitement.
Oh.
I'm nervous.
Okay.
I'm happy. You know.
Oh, okay. It's explaining your emotions here. And
Yes, yes.
oh, okay, I understand. Then do you eat it though? It's special.
Yes,
Like
yes, I
you
do.
do.
I do.
A lot of guys
Really?
but okay, not really a lot of guys. I don't know, like the junk food. I don't know, local like what is part like it's part man. It's not really dilo tse ngata. I think some guys the ration and all those things. You understand? Okay, but it's fine. The second one is, what's the laziest thing you've done that you're proud of?
The laziest thing I've
Mm,
done
mm,
that I'm proud of.
mm.
Huh, that's a tricky one.
Yeah, it is.
The laziest thing that I've
It doesn't even have to be good, even if it's bad and you're so good. Yeah, enjoy it, Upsala. You know, and you're proud of it, like, you know, you don't regret it.
today, does it have to be
Yeah, even
something that I did today?
anytime, maybe just recently, you know.
That's a very tricky one.
Uh-huh.
It's a very tricky one because I'm thinking the laziest thing that I've done today.
Mm.
Uh, I don't know, does eating count? That was such a lazy activity for me.
Okay, I think it is lazy to
You
eat,
know,
yeah.
yeah.
Especially if you didn't have to prepare, maybe you just ordered, you know, it's, yeah, yeah.
I found, uh, yes, I found food ready. And another thing, the shirt that I'm wearing, I didn't
Uh-huh.
have to iron it, just putting it on. Maybe that also
Oh,
counts.
nah. Okay, and you're proud of it, yeah, yeah. Okay, it does, it does, it does. I wanted to hear maybe something yeah, but it's fine. Yeah, it
Because I'm
does
thinking
count.
lazy. What did I do
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
lazy today?
Nothing, I don't know what I was gonna answer this. I made these questions for you. I don't know how I was like gonna answer each, but okay. The last question for our quiz questions is: you just became successful overnight financially. What's the first unnecessary thing you would buy?
The first unnecessary thing I would buy.
Hale, amajita then yazi. Bahlala banayo.
Uh,
Athi Winnie Lotso.
you know, that line, but no, man. What would I buy?
Mm,
I think because of my experience now,
mhm,
I'd invest the money. I think I'm at that point where I wouldn't play around with money,
mhm.
but I'd want to reinvest it such that it grows.
So that's
But if I had money to play, I'd go for that C63.
Nah. Okay. There's a lot to do, ne?
Nah, no, true,
There's a
true.
lot to do, and yeah, we are growing up, guys. There's a lot to do, Sham. Yeah. Mina, you just became successful when I. What's the first unnecessary thing you buy? But it's unnecessary, my question, Tab. Not necessary. And to
Unnecessary.
buy.
That one unnecessary thing that I would
Hmm.
buy.
Hmm. Let's say you have a lot, like you just became successful and you just have a lot of money and you can see Sala, even if I can buy this, you know,
The one
it's gonna
unnecessary
remain.
thing that I would just buy
Mm,
for the sake of buying it.
exactly.
Uh, that's a very tricky one. Eh?
You don't have maybe not. I mean, I'm a take in your mind. There's no take that you're looking for.
Would that be unnecessary though? I think
It
that would be
is.
very much
You already
necessary.
have shoes.
I think that would be
About
uh
PS5 and all these things. And you know, I
okay.
thought of that.
I would, because I'm a gamer as
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I
Okay.
would buy a lot of games. I'd
Nah.
buy games.
And that's unnecessary.
It's not something I need, but I would
Yeah.
definitely get
Nah.
it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay, I think we are done with our quiz questions. Now let's get into main questions. And our first question is, define success in your own words.
Defining success in my own words would
Mm-hmm.
be I believe we all have dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So success would be having to carry out whatever execution that you have towards reaching that dream, and the moment you have it and the moment you are comfortable with where you are and content and you are right with God as well. And yeah, man, you wake up every day, you don't lack, basically,
Okay.
you know. When you're at a point where you don't lack,
Okay.
I think that's something I'd consider success, you know, reaching the end goal of the thing that you had planned to do.
Okay.
Yes.
So you consider yourself successful or not at the moment?
At the moment, I'd say I'm a work in progress. We are
Okay.
still getting there,
Mm-hmm.
but we are definitely way further ahead than we
Mm-hmm.
used to be previously.
Okay, you're not
Yes.
yet successful because,
No.
okay, okay, I love that. I love that one because I think we all have like different explanations maybe when coming to
Mm-hmm.
success. The previous host, I just love Wuti. It's different from how my other guests
Mm-hmm.
defined it. So when they were defining it in terms of Wuti, as long as you have achieved something, you
Mm-hmm.
understand in life. But I love also your definition, which it also holds, it makes sense. It makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, you understand? Yeah. Okay, the second question is, how does your journey of success looks like, né? And here maybe you can talk about, I want you to talk about something that you see it of value for you to share.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that, man, we are achieving, and you want to be impactful. All of us, okay, most of
True.
us,
True. True.
when you're in this journey, understand, being successful, whatever you do, you just want to be impactful, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure even right now where you are, there's something that you can be impactful about, maybe something that you have not been sharing with others. I think this is the platform, you
Mm-hmm.
understand, for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this is a moment for you to share with us, maybe those things that you just want to share with young people or any person of any age, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think if there's one thing that I would share,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes back to the question you asked
Mm-hmm.
me what I would buy if I was an overnight success, which is unnecessary and all of that. Yeah? And that's the narrative that a lot of people get. You find someone appears on the news one day and you think all of that happened in a day, you know. It's not a day's worth of work. It's actually years. It
Okay.
can take so long. So I think one thing that I'll say is that in my journey, for me to
Mm-hmm.
be where I am,
Mm-hmm.
it was not an overnight thing, you know. It
Okay.
already took a lot of time. Like it took time for me to be where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, every day you do project upwards, but it's still ongoing progress. You understand?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So people shouldn't give up, man. Like people
Mm.
really shouldn't give up.
Mm-hmm.
We all have dreams. We all
Mm-hmm.
have goals that we are working towards,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much that can happen along the journey that can throw you off.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to remember what exactly it is that you're chasing. You know, and yeah, like it's not gonna happen overnight. It's
Nah.
definitely not gonna happen overnight. There's the education part as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would really advise people to
Mm-hmm.
get educated. You know,
Okay.
um, education has changed from how it was back then,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still very much necessary.
Okay.
You know,
Love that.
I do
Mm-hmm.
encourage younger people to
Mm-hmm.
chase that degree. Go
Mm-hmm.
get educated, man. Go
Okay.
learn. You know, be
Mm-hmm.
teachable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think
Nah.
the one take-home message is that
Mm.
none of this
Mm.
happens overnight.
Okay. None of this happens overnight. It's a journey. It's a
It's a journey.
process.
It's a process,
Yeah.
and it's still ongoing.
Nah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Love that. Love that a lot. So let's get into your patent
Mm-hmm.
medicine, Mugai. And yeah, please just tell us a bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just share to us about that because I think it's a great achievement, for a young black man
Mm-hmm.
person. It's a great achievement,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and you should applaud yourself for that and be proud of
Thank you. Thank you.
yourself for that.
Thank
I
you.
think that's what also drew me to you to say, lawyer, new interviewer, I understand. I just want to hear about this because it takes a lot, I believe, to get them. And as you just explained, Guti,
Mm-hmm.
it's a process and all that. So I just want to get Guti what's happening with this medicine. How did you find it, and what was happening? What gave you a desire to even do a research about
Mm-hmm.
this? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, where do I start? I think for me to give you the full story, I
Mm-hmm.
need to start from the beginning, you know, like
Okay.
where a lot of it started for me.
Okay.
So, the early years of my life, I grew up in a village called Ratlopor, right?
Kotlopo.
Ratlopor, ne?
Okay. Limpopo.
Limpopo. Yes,
Okay.
that's where I was staying with my granny.
Okay.
So outside, within the yard, but outside the house, we had a tree. It was called Lekgoathi.
Yo.
This is a tree that well, I was young back then, but my
Okay.
granny, whenever we would have any sort of flu symptoms, she'd go get the leaves, make a steam, and then before you know it, you're relieved of whatever that you had.
Okay.
That happened throughout, I think, my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I moved to Joburg, whenever I would go home and visit her, the moment you complain about a cough, a running nose, a
Mm-hmm.
sore throat,
Mm-hmm.
she'd be like, "Look, I'm gonna get those leaves, make you
Okay.
steam,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd be good."
Okay.
So um, I didn't really understand what was happening back
Mm.
then, but
Mm.
I knew that there's something within the leaves that works.
Okay.
However, I don't think I was curious enough to even
Yeah,
follow it and all of that,
I'm
right?
sure.
So what happened was when I got to SME, I did my
Mm-hmm.
undergrad in biosciences,
Mm-hmm.
BSc,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I got into biochemistry now
Mm-hmm.
during my honors, that's why I
Mm-hmm.
got to realize that no, man,
Mm.
most the field I'm in
Mm-hmm.
actually looks at such things. And I remember telling my supervisor that there's a tree back
Mm.
at home that we use. It does this, it does this. It would be very interesting to actually look at it. And I remember I was like, go back home, find the name, because I didn't know what the name was.
Mm. Mm.
Went back home, asked my
Mm.
granny, uh, what is this tree? Like, and then
Yeah.
she told me.
Okay.
So, that is when now we went into a project. The project that we went into, my master's, was looking at several medicinal plants, right?
Okay.
For their relief of, well, the ones that are being used to relieve colds and flu symptoms to
Okay.
see if they'd be effective against COVID-19,
Oh,
right?
okay. Oh, all right.
That was peak COVID now, and we wanted
Okay.
to step in. We wanted to also lend a helping hand the best way we know how, which is through science.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I remember when we were now narrowing down the medicinal plants that we're going to look at,
Mm-hmm.
that also came up to say, this plant that I have at home is going to be one of them.
Okay.
So we had Skinner's Molule, which is Mupapere.
Okay.
We had Eucalyptus, which is a popular one,
Okay.
Globulus.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Ciacia lancia also.
Okay.
The common name it's Gari.
Okay.
And then for Eucalyptus, it's Blue Gum.
Look at you, you even
So
know the names.
I think I worked with them for so long.
Yeah.
So, yes, then when
Uh-huh.
we were looking into it, we
Uh-huh.
didn't really know that we'd find something so novel.
Okay.
Because here you are with three medicinal plants that are commonly being used traditionally
Mm.
to relieve your colds and flu.
Mm.
But we want to take things further to see if would they be effective against other things.
Okay.
And to also revalidate that they are indeed effective against your influenza virus.
Okay.
So we went into the lab, we
Mm-hmm.
did the work,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometime down the line, that's when we came across a compound that was actually showing some very promising activity.
Okay.
And that's when we were like, okay, what's going on here? And when we
Yeah.
looked deeper into it, we realized that it has never been reported before.
Interesting.
And that's where the novelty comes in, where you are coming with something completely new.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The compound itself is not new, but
Mm-hmm.
what we are proposing its use for is
Okay.
new.
Okay.
You know,
Wow.
and then yeah, we went to the TTO.
Mm-hmm.
We did the
What's
whole.
CTO?
So TTO is the Technology
Mm-hmm.
Transfer Office.
Okay.
They are
Okay.
in charge of facilitating the whole IP protection, doing your
Oh.
novelty search,
Okay.
the conversation you have with lawyers,
Mm-hmm.
because there are even lawyers involved. You know, so when we did all of that, they
Mm.
found that indeed it is novel.
Okay.
That was discovered through a novelty search,
Mm-hmm.
and we realized that there was room to patent it.
Okay. Mm.
It was justifying all the factors, and one of them is that it needs to be something which is feasible. For
Okay.
you to patent something,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be feasible. You can't just declaring patent something that cannot be done. Something which is fictional.
Oh, okay.
So
Mm.
that's where we approached them, and this
Mm-hmm.
is what we wanted to do, and we
Yeah.
introduced the novelty part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, yeah, you guys
Mm.
justify all the factors, so let's go ahead with it. And by the
Yeah.
grace of God, we got a provisional patent for it. And yeah,
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you are answered,
I
But
am. It's interesting how I love the beginning of your story. Especially it looks like as if everything was planned for you, especially
mhm,
with your degree, not knowing, when we say God predestined and he
mm,
knew us,
mm,
and it's just reminding me of that. Your life
mhm.
is giving that, your career path is giving that. So you grew up where there was a medicinal plant that you're gonna need, you understand, in future after so many years, you understand. And here you are, you find yourself like that's so interesting. And I think you're the first person,
And
if I'm not
mhm,
mistaken, like that. Yo, that was you are so lucky. Like to, like guys, like grannies, the old people, honestly, like they knew these things. Like if they
no,
were given opportunity, honestly, for studying and all these things, they would be found. Like,
true, 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 true.
because those people are healers.
They are, they
Ah,
are, they are. If you look at the the indigenous knowledge that they hold,
mm,
it's so much, man.
it's
It
massive.
is so much, and some things you are even so scared to question because like it's there, you see
Yeah,
that it works.
yeah,
So even if you can come as a scientist and be like,
yeah.
but hey, you can, yes, go ahead and do the scientific part, but
Nah.
that the beauty about it is you
Mm,
you get to see it in action.
yeah.
Like I grew up with this, and like back then I didn't even know, or I
Mm,
didn't even have interest, but here I am now looking back, and I'm like, this
yeah.
didn't just start now. It's
And there's
something
a
that
possibility or it's gonna go far.
there is a huge
Imagine.
possibility for it to reach greater heights, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and this is something that I think I would want to
Mm,
bring out there. A lot of people are
mm.
scared when it comes to indigenous knowledge.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
feel like
true.
it's knowledge that should not be shared. They feel like
Yeah,
it's territory which should be kept hidden.
yeah.
And that is not true. That is not true. When a scientist comes, or when
Mm,
someone comes with
mm,
a research background, they're not
mm,
coming there to steal the knowledge, but rather to elevate it,
mm,
to enhance it
mm.
to better things. Because
Yeah.
who knew that there was such a compound in that plant?
Who knows that it might cure COVID, guys?
Exactly,
No.
So
Yeah,
uh, let's not be
yeah.
scared of science meeting the indigenous knowledge.
Right.
The two are not there to fight against each other. They're there to complement each other.
Love
You understand?
that.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that a lot. And what challenges have you faced so far, like in your career path, especially with the patent? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
With okay, let me not just say with the patent only, just in your education. What challenges have you faced so far, and how did you overcome them? You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So for the viewers also, maybe it can help somebody who is in that
Mm,
who is
mm,
stuck somewhere,
mm.
you understand, and they can't just see how to get through it.
True, true.
Yeah.
With a lot of things that I do, I feel like it's not by Washal, it's not by my
Mm.
intelligence or my smartness or anything.
Okay.
I feel like at the end of the day, everything is by the grace of God. And the reason why I say that is
Mm-hmm.
because when I look back to my undergrad,
Mm.
I remember second year I used to battle so much with biochemistry.
Okay.
It used to challenge me so much. You relate.
Very
Second
well.
year, second semester biochemistry, it wasn't the easiest for me.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was now done with second year,
Mm.
a friend of mine, he sat down and me like, okay, what's going to happen now? Because we had to
Yeah.
drop one subject.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm going ahead with biochemistry. She's
Mm.
like, are you sure? I was like, I am going ahead with
Mm.
it. Looking back, it
Mm.
might have been something that I said in passing, but I don't
Mm.
think it was me speaking. I feel like
Mm.
it was bound for me to be who I am and to have taken the path
Nah.
that I took.
Yeah.
I don't think it was by my will,
Yeah.
honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to me, I would have left it the moment I struggled with it.
Nah.
But somehow
Cause
something
why
said,
did you choose something that you're struggling with?
exactly,
Did you even love it?
exactly.
No.
I didn't hate it,
Okay.
but I didn't have deep passion for it,
Compared to the other modules, ne?
compared to, I
You
think it
left both
was,
physics, maths, chemistry.
I was good at those. I was really
Is
good at
it?
them. Yes,
Hmm.
but I was always intrigued by biochemistry. I always felt like there's something I wanna know more into.
Nah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that's the first challenge. Like it
Yeah.
was never easy. Like I wasn't always good in
Mhm.
biochemistry.
Mhm. Mhm.
At first, yeah, no, we
Mhm.
had to fight. But somehow, somewhere, I found
Yeah.
myself choosing it over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me to be here
Yeah.
with a whole masters, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, That's
and PhD candidate now. Nah. So outside of even external struggles, they influence also our career paths or our success. So like which what challenges have you faced apart from failing and stuff, like
mhm,
outside that, yeah, anything that you're comfortable to share that
mhm.
you think would be of help outside,
Um,
yeah.
the challenges that I think I
Mm,
faced. So the people that know SMU is
mm,
pro disadvantaged people. It's pro
mm.
people that are from less advantaged homes.
True, mostly,
And
yeah.
I think like myself, I didn't really
Mm-hmm.
struggle, but I didn't have everything. You know.
Okay, okay.
So coming to the school, made some friends, and I
Mm-hmm.
think those are the people that help make life easier. Where
Okay, yeah.
now, if you don't have sugar, I remember going to a friend of mine, like, hey, Vid, do you have something there? And then
Yeah.
they'd help you.
Meh.
And I think that was the beauty of friendship. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, those are also the little things that help in your career because you not having something to eat and you keeping quiet
Community,
about it,
right?
it's gonna now disadvantage the
Yeah.
whole journey. But if you have a good community, you're able to,
Yeah.
push forward, man. Yeah, like you
Mm.
come and yeah, like we eat
Meh.
together, chill together. So
Yeah.
it's that thing physically,
Mm.
emotionally, a lot of these
Mm.
aspects were there for each
Mm.
other. So
It's nice.
just I think having a community made things better.
Meh.
But without it,
Because
it
those
wouldn't. Yeah.
challenges, in fact, they can really discourage people. I think I've heard of such stories. Even I know of someone also,
Mm,
you understand, who had to go back to home because of financial challenges. They can be very severe to the point like people drop out. I'm sure Luena,
mhm.
maybe if you or if you heard of a few. Well, so it's really a challenge, honestly. So that's why I wanted you to share. Maybe
True,
you
true,
understand
true.
around that because, as you said, you spoke about emotional mental, that's what they call, you
Yes,
understand.
yes.
You can be good passing, being able to pass, but finding what you can eat physically, obvious,
Ish.
like guys, you
Ish.
can imagine what else emotionally, like yo guys, sabi, like let's say you don't have sanitary and stuff, like
True,
that thing
true.
can really disadvantage you, understand. So yeah, and on the patent, I think I wanted to ask something. You said it's right now, you said it's curing what? Not really curing what? Influenza. You spoke about influenza.
So,
Didn't
um,
hear about that
I
properly.
use I use the term respiratory, right?
Okay. Yes.
Because that encompasses your influenza, your cold and flu,
Oh,
your
yes.
COVID-19, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because indigenously
Mm,
or traditionally, it was already used for your cold, your
mm,
flu.
mm, mm.
But a lot of times they're actually treating symptoms because they wouldn't know what about you know.
Oh, they were just using it for flu
They were
symptoms.
using it
Nje.
for flu symptoms.
Everything is flu
Everything.
anyway. Akira whether it's influenza, they
you
don't know
know,
those things. Everything is flu.
exactly. Back then, if you cough, I'm
It
sorry, give
flu.
flu. If you have a sore throat,
It
give
flu.
flu.
No inflammatory what.
They wouldn't even go the
Hmm.
mile of checking. So
Yeah.
it was effective against that.
Oh,
It still is,
oh, 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 great.
So when we went into the lab,
Mm-hmm.
we sort of revalidated that,
Mm-hmm.
and then we even checked for any sort of activity now for other things such as
So
your
what are the
COVID-19.
compounds inside? I think you didn't say that. Ne? The
The
compound
compounds
that you
inside.
found, is it? Are you supposed to like
Well, it's
disclose?
it's 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 already a lot of it is out there.
Okay.
It's just that now when it comes to
Mm,
your your isolation methods,
mm,
having to get that is
mm.
something that is not shared, and I think it's something that people might not have knowledge of.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as compounds within the
Mm,
plant go,
mm,
they are there.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should go into detail, but I think I'd rather not go
Nah,
specific into the
yeah.
compound,
Because
what
they
they
don't really know
do,
other
and
people. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
but medicinal plants as a whole
yeah.
have what we call secondary metabolites.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
These secondary metabolites are compounds that they develop to sort of be able to withstand the harsh conditions of the environment. They are there to help the plant protect itself,
Yeah,
to survive in
yeah,
whatever environment.
yeah, yeah.
So through research, they've
Mm-hmm.
discovered that these compounds actually
Mm.
have biological activities. Some help with the likes of your flu, some help with the likes of your TB or all these different illnesses. And Tina, our focus is just
Mm-hmm.
on respiratory illnesses. Yes.
Right. Love that. You gave a bit of representation there. I felt like you were presenting, yeah, and coming with it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, in conclusion, what's happening? And it's like, okay, so how far is your patent now? What's happening, like, currently?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, we got funding.
Mm.
We got a seed funding, a pre-seed funding from TIA,
Oh, lovely.
along with just a few additional fundings,
Mm.
and that was there to sort of kickstart the project, you know.
Okay.
And what we are doing now, we are furthering the research,
Okay.
and then we are also working into getting the prototype, you know,
Mm.
which is something that I think we should be done with
Mm.
in about a month or two, you know.
Okay.
And then we are
Yeah.
working on the
Nah.
prototype as well as just the product alone, so that when we present it to people, we can show them
Yeah.
exactly what we are
Yeah.
working with, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's something to speak science, but it's also
Yeah.
something different for me to present you the
Yeah. Yeah.
actual product and say this is what you will see on the shelves if it becomes
Yeah.
available, you know.
Yeah.
This is what you'll be using and this is how you'll be using it, you know.
Yeah. No, that's great, man. That's wonderful. And I wish you all the best, to be
Thank you,
honest.
thank you,
Yeah. May God continue to bless. Yeah, whatever that He's doing in your life, it's beautiful. May He
thank you,
continue
thank
to
you,
do it.
thank you.
And how's the support? Like, is it enough? Are you getting enough support, like, with
Mhm.
all these, and achievements, Inyana, awards, Inyana?
The support is there. I don't
Yeah.
want to lie.
Mm-hmm.
The support is there.
Mm-hmm.
Emotionally they support, academically they
Mm-hmm.
support.
Mm-hmm.
This is not my work alone, it's the work
Okay.
that I did with my supervisor as well, you know. So
With
Dr.
Dr. T.
Chivani,
Oh, okay.
he's there, he's been part of the journey, still part of the
Yeah.
journey, you know. Yeah, the likes of Prof. Hololo, who's the head
Okay.
of department as
Yeah,
well
yeah,
and was my
yeah,
supervisor.
yeah.
He's also involved,
Oh,
very much
lovely.
involved.
Okay.
um, we get funding as well,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
which
nice.
is
Mm.
support. And
Nah.
then just recently, about 2 weeks back, I was attending a workshop that was held by Tensa.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm.
And that is just there to sort of equip people with entrepreneurial skills,
Okay.
you know, because at the end of the day, you can have a business, but are you well equipped to be able
Mm.
to pitch to people? Are you well equipped to be able to get it on the market? You know, there are things
Yeah.
that we're learning about, such as your BMCs, the business model canvas,
Hmm.
you know, things that I didn't know about, you know.
It's a new
And
language to
it's a,
you.
it's a new language to
Mm.
me, you know, things like even going back to economics. I thought I ran away from economics,
Did you do it?
but now it's coming back. No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
oh,
didn't.
you don't. Oh, you totally ran
I
out.
thought I totally ran
Yeah,
away from
yeah,
it, and now it's
yeah,
coming back. And they're like, "Hey, if you're gonna be an
yeah,
entrepreneur, you need to
yeah,
know this and this and this," you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
And it's beautiful learning that
yeah,
as well, you know, because now it's not just textbook knowledge, but
yeah.
it's practical. You are using it within your own business, you know.
Lovely, lovely, man. And have you ever thought like that you'll be here? Like growing up, like it's just fascinating and
Yeah.
doesn't sound real, to be honest. Even me asking you this, when did I know you? Honest or what?
I think uh,
Masters, ne?
because from undergrad it's such a huge group, it's so
Yeah,
rare for you to notice certain people. But I
yeah.
think the moment we went into
This,
honors, that's when
yeah.
now, yeah, I think we met and
Nah.
yes.
Sometimes you just think, this thing's just gonna end here. I get a degree, I go to work. So, have you ever thought, you'll be here one day, you understand, being called for interviews, for the workshop, for the awards and everything? Have you ever thought, you'll be here like one
Mm.
day?
Uh, have I ever thought no? The short
Mm,
answer is no.
yeah.
I'm a big dreamer. I don't wanna lie. I'm a big dreamer. I think I'm a visionary.
Oh, love that.
But I didn't see any of this. To
Nah.
be
What
honest
was
with
the
you,
vision?
I didn't see any of this. The vision was I've always dreamed of having my own business. I've always
Oh,
dreamed of being my own boss, man. I think growing up we
so
always say it
entrepreneur,
lightly,
it's
you know.
it's there. It was there. It has always
Entrepreneurship,
been
I
there.
think, has always been there. Hence the
Yes.
freelance photography
Oh,
as well, you
makes
know.
sense. Makes
Because
sense.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to have something
Yeah.
that I can call my own, you know.
Love that.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I never saw it coming, but I've
Nah.
always dreamed that I would see myself at such and such a
Nah.
level, you know.
And how are you feeling like being here? And what are you looking forward for?
Oof, I don't wanna lie, it's a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot because you move from being just, you know, a student at SMU or that photograph or that, to
Mm.
now being someone who people look up to, you know.
Like
And
me. Honestly, I look up to you. I do. Like I view you there. Like I don't know, am
and
I?
it's an honor. I don't want to lie to you. It's an
Yeah.
honor.
Yeah.
But it's very delicate because now
Yeah.
you need to be, always aware that
Mm,
there's such and such that is looking
mm,
up to you. So with
mm.
everything that you do, you always need to keep that at the back of your mind, which is actually a beautiful thing because it
Yeah.
also pushes you forward, and
It
you realize
does.
that you have influence and you try to use that influence to do good, like to really do good.
Yeah.
Because I remember like a few months after
Mhm.
that, like people came, hey, can you be my mentor? And I was like, yo,
You see?
okay.
You see?
um, and then you realize, okay, no, this
Yeah.
this is bigger than what you think.
Yeah.
This is a good
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
Given the time, you can actually be responsible for helping someone move from point A to point
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. True.
And it's a beautiful thing.
And they don't have to face like the struggles that you
Exactly,
faced.
exactly. Now
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to go through some of those things
Yeah.
because you have a mentor.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a beautiful story, man, of success. Love that
Yes.
for you so
Mhm.
much. And you're still gonna go far, I believe, honestly.
True,
I'm sure
true,
I'll
true.
be hosting you for the second and the third time. And Elena there, I'm sure Lina, my podcast will be booming,
It'll
you
be
know.
home. This will
Yeah,
be
it
our
will be
home.
home.
Yes.
I pray honestly that I will host you again, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And Elena, you'll be doing more at that time because it starts like this. It starts small,
True, true,
everything.
true.
And, we find ourselves, yeah, where we never thought we would be. So love
True, true,
this for
true,
you, and
true.
I'm happy for you, man. And we're about to finish. That was quick.
Was it?
Okay, we are left with two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't want you to finish so fast, but it's okay. Your take on unemployment crisis we're facing as the country.
To be honest with you, it's a very sensitive topic to go
Mhm.
into, right? Um,
Politics.
there's politics,
Yeah.
and you always need to be very careful with
Hey.
what you say
Hey.
because like it's
Hey.
so sensitive.
I know.
There are certain things that you can say that will make you
Mm.
or that can make you be perceived as someone that's speaking from privilege.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Some
Okay.
things can make it seem like you have a political agenda.
That
Some
is so
people,
true.
there's just so much. The
Yeah.
reality is that, yeah, no, it's bad, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
But however, I feel like it's not all hope is lost.
Oh, love that. Love
Not
that.
all hope is
Okay.
lost.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say this is because now I'm in the entrepreneurship space,
Okay.
you know.
Mm.
And with entrepreneurship, you realize that you don't need to wait for people to give you opportunity. Sometimes, you go out there and you create them. You understand?
Great.
At the end of the
Yeah.
day, you find yourself being the one to employ people,
Mm.
and that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. And the reason why I say this
Mm.
is, okay, I look at photography as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's also entrepreneurship.
It
You having
is.
to realize that, look, man, if I can get this, that, I can get this business running. However, it takes a lot. Hence, I say
Yeah.
we really need to be careful with the words that we say because it's not everyone that can just wake up and go buy a camera. Go, these things are
Hey,
expensive,
when that is so true. When I had the prices, I won't mention them. I was like,
you know,
you're privileged. Lina was in my heart. I was like,
exactly,
Thabo, where are you getting so much money?
even telling someone go to school, like it's tough nowadays. It's so tough.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to say it because
Yeah.
now,
Mm-hmm. That
but
is so
it's
true.
not so easy when you're not inside. When you're
Somebody
on
will
the
be like, how can I further my studies? Go higher, basinang, basinang. They
exactly,
just prefer
you
goods
know,
after, metric, go straight to find
true,
a job.
true,
Yeah.
true. And a lot of people are faced with that. You find
Yeah.
that immediately after matric, your family sees you
Yeah.
kagao, no, bona, they like, we're within, they
Mm.
think well, now everything is done. It's you going to
Ish.
the workplace and the things have changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then, I think just a degree alone used to hold so much weight.
Yeah, it
You know,
used to.
it
It
used to
used
hold
to.
so
Get a
much weight.
diploma,
The
mfethu. We
diploma used
will
to hold
come to
so
celebrate
much weight.
you.
Like we would come, the whole community would come,
Yeah,
and they would know where to
yeah,
look, man. The journey has maybe
yeah.
not reached completion, but you are declaring
Mm.
at a point where you can be employed.
Yeah.
You're at a point where you can now be independent, where you can survive on your own.
True, true.
But now things have changed.
Sure.
Things have changed.
Drastically, honestly.
You look at the condition right now, and you find someone with a degree doing a job that's not even related to what they studied, you know. And that's the one thing that will make you realize, it's not as straightforward as we think, you know. And there's this saying,
Yeah.
"Kasipedi, ba re malapa ha a lekane,"
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Which is so true, man. This is so true. Some people can afford to take those
yeah.
extra years to further their studies. Some people can afford to do that, you know.
True, true.
Some people can afford to even go to varsity.
Mm,
Some people can afford to do that. The moment you're done with secondary, it comes
yeah,
to an end. But
yeah,
the reality or the truth
mm,
is,
mm,
not all hope is lost. That's what I'd like to believe,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, there's so much that we expect from the
yeah,
likes of the government,
yeah,
but I think people need to realize
mm,
or need to change the mindset and start
yeah,
thinking of how can I, as an individual,
mm,
now create those opportunities? You know,
yeah, true, true,
there is so much room for
yeah,
novelty. Like,
yeah,
one thing that I love about the
mm,
workshops that I
mm-hmm,
attend,
mm-hmm.
you get to realize the brilliance that
Nah,
people have out there. You know,
you'd be inspired.
things that you never even thought of. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
you hear the story and you're like, wow, this is so powerful. You
yeah,
know, how can
mm,
someone start from zero? You know,
yeah, hey,
to being such a great thing from something that is, you might think of it as small, but it's
yeah,
so big. You know,
yeah,
it is so
yeah,
big. So I think people need
yeah,
to work with what you have, but
true.
realize that
Mm,
you can actually
mm,
take matters into your own hands.
mm,
You know,
mm,
for lack
mm.
of a better word, take matters into your own
Yeah,
hands.
love it.
And yeah, man, the aim is to keep
Nah,
pushing, keep trying, and also, like I said, some things, guys.
yeah,
Let's not neglect the prayer. Let's not neglect, but neglect our belief,
yeah, that is true.
because there's only so much you can do. I believe there's only so much you can
I
do.
believe that too. We are so
You know,
limited as human beings. We
you are
are.
so limited as a
Yeah,
human.
yeah,
And I mean, I don't want to go too
mm,
deep into the word, but even the word
yeah,
says it. You know, the word says it that
yeah,
just come to me, seek me, and all
yeah,
else shall follow. You know, understand? So we shouldn't
yeah,
forget that. I
love
think
that.
we
Yeah.
change the direction. I think that's what we do sometimes. You know, you wanna be successful, then you wanna get to know God
Oh,
afterwards.
yeah.
You know, whereas get to know God
Mm,
and the success will come. You know,
love that.
all
That
else
was
will
fire
come.
right there.
You know, so
Motivational coach.
we do it the other way. You know,
Yeah, true, man. True,
you get to
true.
a certain point, then that's when you're like, okay, God, I'm here. Whereas from the
Eish.
beginning, man, um, pray
You
to
can
the
reduce the wasted years just before, because sometimes you can take a wrong route, or after 10 years that's when you're coming back because you didn't invite him
true.
first, you know.
And
Yeah,
some things, like I said in the beginning,
yeah,
the idea you have in your mind might not be what is destined for you.
true.
You understand? So you might be chasing something, but that is not a path that you're meant to be on. You know,
Eish.
uh, there's a there's a quote, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's either
Mm.
by J. Cole or Big Sean.
Okay.
It says the good news is that
Mm.
I've come a long way,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
But the bad news is that you went the wrong way. You know, and it's such
Imagine
a
for 40 years going the wrong way.
you know, you've went so far, but you are not in alignment of with
Yeah,
the path, your life destiny, you know.
yeah,
So I think let's go
yeah,
back, man. Let's
yeah.
go back. Just find out if indeed the path that you're on is the path that's meant for you.
And many of us, black people, we are raised in Christian families where they teach us, abazali bethu, they teach us, good, this is the way, my child.
Mm.
But now we choose to choose our own way, and it comes and backfires us.
True, true.
Honestly. And also you said something about education on this unemployment issue. Ukuthi people should go to school, And I feel like with people who are disadvantaged in their families, I don't know how they can do it, but just forget about it a little bit. Just see the future. Ungaqabangeli la, and just focus on. I get you grow up in that they're
True,
eating.
true,
Some of
true.
my friends who will tell me, Amatapelo, they've been eating at your home. Why are you sacrificing your money so much? Just save your money, make sure you study, make sure you finish, and when you are fine now, you support them. So, because it does help, like after matric, behamba uyasebenza kusays or whatever, you get 4,000. There's five of you, your siblings, whatever. It's not gonna help. So you rather at least just be patient. Baphile ngalokho, baphila ngako. Go to varsity at least. You understand? So I feel like they should just flee nje bavala ingqondo yabo bamane nje baye university because it helps. One of the guests say that the statistics of unemployment, they are high with uneducated people,
True, true.
and education also, it doesn't help only with finances, guys. Like the intellectual, you understand, of it that comes with it, the way you think, that thing, it's very important, and we don't talk about it. There's
And
so much difference with the person who went to school
that's
and the
so
person
true,
who didn't go
true.
to school. There's social, there's marriage, there's whatever that we want to be part of, and those things, they need
True, true,
intellectuals, to be
true.
honest.
And I think one thing that a lot of the young people are not being told, I'm
Mm.
also young, I don't know how to say that,
Young but maybe matured and
you know,
intellectual.
is that we are past that point where you just study because of popularity or
Yeah.
because of the stature of a varsity and all of that, when you are going into
Mm.
academics, whatever it may be,
Mm.
go in there with a plan.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you need to know why you're doing something,
Oh,
and you
love
need to know
that.
where it might possibly get you. We are past that point where I come
We
back with
have
the cards.
passed
We are
it. We
past that point.
have. I think Lina, honestly, I had that mentality of just, oh, if I had if I just get a degree,
True,
ish.
true. Because
Yeah.
yeah, there are so many people you come across,
Yeah.
and you realize, hore, as far as the skills that they were supposed to get from whatever that they were learning
Mm.
goes, they didn't get any of that. Yes, you have
Yeah.
the qualification,
Yeah.
but you thought that's all it took. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You thought that's all it took, whereas there's
Yeah.
so much more that needs to go into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or some people, you talk to them and you
Mm.
realize this person has no plan for what they're doing. Do you
That's
understand?
dangerous.
They're in the journey, yes, but
Yeah.
there's zero plan.
Yeah.
Like there's no
Yeah.
when I finish I'm gonna do this, or I can't do this. No, like there's zero plan.
And I think what you're saying is it's very important, especially now in this era. I think you've realized, because a lot of people are graduating, right?
True,
Like a lot
true,
of young people, even women, they are no longer into marriage concept. That's just like masculine, and it's not a bad
true,
thing. They want to
true,
stand up for
true,
themselves. But what is the intentions?
true.
What are the intentions of studying? That's what you're saying. The
Hmm.
intentions, they should be straightforward. Like it shouldn't be about popularity, as you say. It shouldn't be about, okay, it's fun my daughter. That's a wrong
True,
mentality.
true,
Or go to,
true.
we can stand up, whatever.
Yeah, no,
No.
it can't be.
Honestly, it can't only be that, okay, masibakhombe namadoda ukuthi singazimela because we wanna get wash away the narrative of the past. Maybe we are angry of what our fathers did to our mothers.
It's
But
trauma.
hey, the trauma, but let an appropriate reason come forward. That's
True,
when, okay, we will be what we want to be as women.
true,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I think we really need to advise people better.
Yeah.
And even the people that are getting the advice, you need to realize that not every advice is meant for you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Ooh, love that. Ooh, love
um,
that. I'm gonna keep that.
because imagine if
Yeah.
someone was like, "Yo, don't be violent." Do you
Yeah.
understand? It's not the
Yeah.
journey for me. You struggled so much with it. As again, me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
where I am. I don't know where I
Yeah.
would be, but I wouldn't be where I am.
True. True, man.
So not every advice that you get is for
Yeah.
you.
It's for
You need
you.
to be able to filter out what's
Mm,
for you and what's
mm,
not for you. And I
mm,
think that's where I rely mostly on
mm.
the Holy Spirit for discernment. You
Love
understand?
that. Love
Because there's only
that.
so much you can do as a human.
Listen. Yeah.
You
Okay. Think you have a lot to say, and you're already sharing the last question that I want to ask you. But maybe, okay, let me just ask it, and you will just give us one sentence. We are closing. In closing,
Mhm.
if you could teach the word, you already gave the word a lot of lessons, but the one that will stand out. If you could teach the word one lesson, what would it be?
If I could teach the
Mm,
the world
mm.
one lesson,
Yes. Even if it's not about success, just one lesson.
if I could teach the world
Mm,
one lesson,
mm. What would
mm,
what would it be? Yeah.
what would it be?
Yeah.
I think it would be that it takes a community,
Oh.
right? It takes a community.
Hmm.
Um, it takes your neighbor, it takes your parents, it takes your friends, it takes a community for someone to be built
Yeah.
into the individual that we all see, right? And those are things that we should never take for granted.
That is so true.
There's a saying, and I think
Yeah.
nowadays it's slowly being phased out. Ubuntu, right?
Oh,
Motho
love
ke motho
that.
ka batho, ne?
It's no longer there.
I don't see it,
It's no
I
longer
don't
there.
hear
It's
it
no
anymore,
longer. It's no longer there.
and literally that is it. Motho ke motho ka batho.
We used to live that like that. They used to live like that.
Yes,
Honestly.
and
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's something that we should
Yeah.
never forget. It's
Love
something that
that.
we should always continue. We are not meant to do life alone, and I believe
I
we're
get.
not meant to do life alone. you know there are people that will be sent
Yeah.
to play certain roles. They might not stay in your
Yeah.
life, but
Yeah.
okusalayo, you will not get to certain
Yeah.
places
Yeah.
on your own.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take a
Yeah.
community. It takes a community, basically.
Luena, you're gonna help. You're already helping other people
Luena,
without realizing.
you're gonna play your role
Yeah.
in someone's life, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a very critical role. You might not realize it, but that role will contribute to that
Yeah.
person being who they are. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I think it takes a community,
Nah, love
and
that.
that's something that we should never forget.
Ne, ubuntu ithini umuntu
Umuntu,
ngumuntu
umuntu ngabantu.
ngabantu.
Yes.
Let's go back to our roots on that one. So Thabo, we have come to the end of our discussion, and I had a lovely time. I had a great
That was so
time.
nice, man.
Yeah,
That
I
was so
enjoyed it.
nice, man. I don't know why I was nervous.
Right. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. And I need to go back and look at that because there's a lot that you said out there. Whether you should go and listen to yourself again. There's a lot that you said that is so beautiful. And I'll just go and take those few words, especially the last one. Honestly, I think I'm lacking a bit with that one. I need to go back to that one. But yeah, thank you so much once
Thank
again,
you,
honestly, for
thank
your
you so
time.
much.
Thank you for your time a lot. We're on a busy schedule and
True,
everything.
true,
So
true.
thank you for your time. I'm not even paying you for all this and stuff, you understand? But you're my brother. It's huge.
True, true, true,
So
true.
ngiyabonga kakhulu Kelebuha. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't have much to say. Just thank you so much. And I believe that God is still gonna bless you, you understand, more and more in
Amen.
your life. And yeah, may he protect you, man. May he protect that all he's doing unto you. One thing I always say to God is that when you bless me, may your blessings come with protection. You get that? May your blessings come with protection. We need so much protection. The enemy doesn't want us to be successful.
True,
When you
true,
become
true, true.
successful, guys, hey, the enemy will try to
It's
fight
war.
you. It's war
True,
in
true,
everything. Like whether it's career wise, marriage, that's success. Ekaikini, nabantwana bakini niyazwana. It doesn't want to see that. It's a war. You understand? So may it come with protection. Honestly, we want all those beautiful things, but may we be protected.
true,
May we be
true,
protected.
true.
Yeah.
No, man, thank you so much for having me. Honestly speaking, this was lovely. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
When I first got the invite,
Yeah.
I wanna just say I was honored. Like it's such an honor, because you realize there are so many people, but for you to be
Yeah.
called, it says something. I love what you said when you said it's things that you pray about.
Yeah. Oh,
That's such a beautiful thing, man.
it is.
Honestly, there's so much
Yeah.
more to be said.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much that you can say within a short space of time. But yeah, I hope it
Yeah.
says something. I hope it changes someone, and I hope someone takes something from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. They
Yes.
will. They will.
At church, they always say
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it's one person,
Yeah.
look, it's fine.
Right.
As long
Yeah.
as the one person gets the message
Yeah.
and completely understands it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
understands it. They
Yeah.
are a lot of people can twist your words.
That is
So
so true.
yes,
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
you all the best, Matatago, with
Thank
your channel.
you. Thank you so
Can the family
much.
keep growing?
Thank
You
you,
know,
please, guys, please grow.
No,
Yeah,
true,
yeah, so
true.
that we will grow this, you understand, have beautiful platforms and everything set up and all that, you understand. Please, guys, continue to like, to share, to subscribe, and I love you so, so, so much, and thank you so much for watching this. Up until next time, bye.